So Star Wars Battlefront 2 just received one of its biggest changes ever with the launch of the Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition, a giant game pack which for a small price will give you access to nearly everything that can be unlocked in the game. If you buy the Celebration Pack, you unlock everything released over the game's lifespan, minus a couple of limited edition skins. But is what you're getting worth the cost of buying the Celebration Pack, and how does this affect players who've been grinding for all this content over the past few years, or players who've spent real money on in-game purchases? Hey everyone, it's Andrew. So if you already own Battlefront 2, you can get the Celebration Edition for $25 US, and if you're buying Battlefront 2 for the first time, it costs $40 US. Part of the reason I'm making this video is because I know there's going to be lots of people still hating on the game and accusing EA of being money hungry, and this update basically just being another excuse for a cash grab. Yes, Celebration Edition costs money, and based on my experiences online, unfortunately lots of people still can't get over Battlefront 2's shaky launch with loot boxes and a pay-to-win system and microtransactions favoring those who spent more money on the game. But all of that was over 2 years ago and is a distant speck in the past of what this game has become. Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition is a culmination of how this game has evolved. It's a new face for the game, a relaunch, a fresh start for Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I think that's exactly the intention of this new pack. It'll bring new players into the game by the sheer amount of content unlocked through the Celebration Pack, while also rewarding existing players by offering all this content for a cheaper price. So are EA justified in charging $25 to pre-existing players for content that already exists in the game? Well, first, I think we need to break down everything you're getting with this $25 and how all of this has been released since the game's launch in 2017. Over the past few years, Battlefront 2 has received numerous updates. First, we got the Last Jedi content, then followed a few smaller updates, but it was the Clone Wars and Capital Supremacy that really revitalized this game, and the reason so many people came back to play it. General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Droideka, all of these things brought so many players back. And that's definitely what the bulk of updates have been focused on, creating content around the Clone Wars era of films and the TV show. And the devs' focus is soon shifting to prequel era content with the Rise of Skywalker, which I think will continue into early next year. Let's take a look at what's included in the game pack, starting with heroes. By purchasing the Celebration Edition, you unlock over 25 hero appearances. So let's say you want to play as General Kenobi, or a battle-scarred General Grievous, a hooded Yoda, Boosh Slayer. All of these are immediately accessible to you, which is great because it used to take hours and hours to grind enough credits to unlock these skins, and I'm pretty sure lots of players have never even unlocked them. And to my knowledge, there's only 4 skins in Battlefront 2 the Celebration Edition doesn't immediately give you. The Last Jedi appearances for Kylo and Rey, these were exclusive for players who pre-ordered the game when it first came out, or for owners of the Elite Trooper Edition. And also Leia's Princess of Alderaan outfit or the Farm Boy Luke skin were only attainable through in-game events. Not sure if these will be made available again anytime soon, but fingers crossed. Apart from these, every other hero appearance available in Battlefront 2 will be unlocked with the Celebration Edition, which is a heck of a lot of skins. And along with the hero skins, Celebration Edition will also grant you access to more than 125 trooper appearances, which is an insane number. I didn't even realize there were this many appearances in the game, but you do have to remember that most of them are clone trooper appearances. These have been the main focus of several updates, and there's heaps of them, lots and lots of different types of clone troopers, which everyone loves. Still want them to keep adding more and more clone troopers to the game, to be honest. How can we not love different colored clones? In addition to all the appearances, something I'm actually really looking forward to, Celebration Edition will unlock over 100 emotes. Not sure why, but I haven't used emotes in Battlefront 2 as much as I did in the first Battlefront. Maybe partly because before Celebration Edition, I hadn't really unlocked all that many, and always forgot to equip them in the menu. But I'm so glad that now I'm able to choose whichever emotes I want from all of them that exist in the game. Love this. First thing I'm going to do is equip the Tusken Raider and attempt to make him do the Tusken Raider on every planet in the galaxy. And also victory poses, you'll unlock over 70 of them. So Celebration Edition is the ultimate Battlefront 2 customization experience. But is it worth it for the price? Is it justified that EA are trying to make more money on a Star Wars title released over 2 years ago? Based on everything you're getting, I personally have no problem with this. Battlefront 2 has been out for over 2 years, and since I first bought it, I've spent nothing on the game, nothing more than my original purchase. And I've had lots of great experiences playing, lots of time spent playing the game and loving it, lots and lots of time. Money well spent, and I'll admit that a lot of the time I've wanted to unlock and try out more of these skins, but have hardly bought any of them in the fear that I won't have enough money for whatever is coming next. I've always been a good saver in video games and never spend my money unless I know I really want to, so in saying that, I've never played with really many of these skins at all. And this is something I definitely pay for, a one-time payment that gives me access to all these skins all in one go. Honestly, this is something I've been waiting for and hoping they'd eventually do, and here it is, Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition. And to get a bit of perspective on cost, I think we need to talk about how Celebration Edition compares to buying crystals, Battlefront 2's microtransaction currency. To unlock most of these hero skins with the epic rarity costs 40,000 credits that you can play and grind for, or 1,000 crystals. To buy 1,000 crystals costs 12 Australian dollars, which is about $8.20 US. And that's the cost just for one skin. $8 for one skin. Celebration Edition costs $25 and you'll unlock over 150 skins. I think this should give you some perspective on why I think the price is justified for the Celebration Edition. It's 2 years worth of content in one purchase. That's significantly cheaper than what you would have had to pay beforehand on appearances. It's totally worth it. But then okay, there will be people who have already spent money on crystals to buy some of these skins, or players who grinded and played heaps of Battlefront 2 to earn enough credits to afford any of the skins they wanted. So how is this fair on them? How is it fair to players who either spent real life money or worked hard to earn the appearances, knowing that what they worked hard for will be easily attainable in one quick purchase from this point on? Well, I think it depends how you look at it. The Celebration Edition isn't taking anything away from those players. They still have all the skins they earned or bought, and will get everything they didn't if they buy the Celebration Edition. And they also got to use their appearances for a long time before the Celebration Edition was announced. But yes, you could also argue they wasted their money or wasted their time. Now that everything is bundled and sold at a lower price, the game's cosmetic items will be much more common, less exclusive, and worth less than before. However, I'd still have to say this doesn't take away any of the time players already spent using the appearances. If you've already got half the skins in the game, whether you bought them or earned them, I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing with them over the past several months or years, using emotes most people didn't have, and showing off your expensive rare skins on the Battlefront. So my advice is don't sweat it. You still have everything you've always had and will be able to enjoy all of Battlefront 2's content with the rest of the player base. So is it fair? Well, yeah, I think so. Just because cosmetics are cheaper now doesn't mean they're worth less than before. Battlefront 2 is evolving, and this is the game's next step towards becoming the ultimate Star Wars experience. Ultimate customization. You choose what you want to play the game as, how you want to look, and now more players will have these options easily available to them. I'm only seeing it as a positive step forward. And I'm going to use the same example I did in a previous video. A game developer that's been doing this kind of thing for years, releasing content, then repackaging it, and changing its value based on new updates is Rockstar with GTA 5. New content is constantly being brought into this game, and the game's overall economy changes with each update. Their in-game price changes, how much cars are worth, and even inflation. Over time, things become more and more expensive because there are more ways of earning more money, and each update has to be as good as or better than the previous. Something similar is happening here with Battlefront 2. The economy is changing, there's a new way of unlocking all the game's cosmetics, changing their value, but opening up new gameplay experiences for players to enjoy. And I feel like most people will see the benefits in that. I feel like lots of people are probably going to spend the extra bit of money to unlock everything, just because of how worth it seems. Like I said, there's 2 years worth of content here, and now there's a simple way for you to get all of it. So with all that said, will you be getting the Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition? And have you always wanted to unlock all these skins and emotes but haven't had the time or money to do so? Or have you already unlocked lots of this stuff and feel shortchanged? I'd really love to get your thoughts on this one, so let me know in the comments. And for everything there is to know about Battlefront 2's next few updates, like how BB-8 and BB-9E are soon going to be playable characters, go watch this video here. Honestly, can't believe these guys are coming to the game. I feel like it's going to really mix things up in a good way. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.